Nice. Very nice. Good evening. Welcome back to Unspecified Podcast and Review. Brofist, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on the video today. Man, get your snacks, get your popcorn, get your drinks ready. We got some topics that need to be talked about, guys. Okay, first and foremost, all right, this decision. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Okay.
Guilty.
Derek Chauvin is guilty, and a tragic shooting has happened in Ohio. Here we are. We're watching Columbus.
Yes, no more than get one done, and we've got another. Which, of course, you know, there's also Dante Wright protests going on, as well as, you know, celebrations for the verdict on the George Floyd case. Sorry about that. I already said.
Dragon Slayer, Brooke, Sudi 1, Artificial Loneliness, Brofist. What's up, guys?
Damn.
Anton, where's the kilt? What is up? Good to see you. Dap, Brofist, good to see you. Guilty.
Guilty. That is the verdict. So, interesting to see, you know, what the reaction's going to be. And then we've got the 15-year-old girl. I don't have a lot of details on what's going on with that situation in Ohio.
Well, we're going to be getting into it. Last I heard, there weren't a lot of details to be had.
Right. Yeah. I'll look again here in just a minute.
Brohammer, what is up? No audio right now.
Dragon Slayer, what's up?
Guilty on all three counts.
George Floyd's death, indeed. You know, Al Sharpton went to Minneapolis to be with Floyd's family.
Yeah, but Al Sharpton is always at the curtails of every African American tragedy possible. I mean, or used to be. You know.
Right, I get that. Hey, if that's his thing, I know he was getting some slack for taking a private jet to it, but I mean, what's he supposed to get in? You know?
Yeah, man.
What's he supposed to ride in? You know. What's up, Jim? What's up, Josh? Oh, yeah. Josh, you live in Ohio. Well, prayers, man. I hope you stay safe.
I know that's right.
What's up, Joe?
Joe Bakewell. What's up? Josh, what's up? Room Sweetie. Columbus PD released the body cam responding officer shot the girl as she was attempting to stab another girl. Looks clean.
Oh.
Thank you for the input. I haven't seen the video myself, just saying. We haven't seen it ourselves.
But, I mean, if that's the case, you know, if anyone could not come to the conclusion he was guilty, their eyes need to be checked.
Well, they'll definitely start swinging. Yeah, they fucking love swinging their bikes at people. Bike cops are the worst.
Certainly agreed with the jury. That was a day? That was about a day
of deliberation.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're scared, you make your mind up quick. Fight or flight.
Fuck bike cops.
Well, I'm surprised that it took that long. I was halfway expecting a verdict yesterday.
Immediately?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. But, I mean, shoot, in my opinion, they might as well have been writing the appeal paperwork as they were giving out the second and third verdicts, you know. The judge all but told them, you know, okay, well, here's the grounds for you to appeal it, you know. You've got Maxine Waters' remarks, which could be considered as you know, tampering or threatening, intimidating to the jurors. And then you've got the lab results, which the judge had said don't mention or I'll declare
Could throw it out
mistrial.
on 2 occasions.
So,
I wonder why he didn't throw it out.
You know, there's always the footstool for them to just kind of be waiting for it to get out of the public eye a little, and then, you know, go through with these appeals. But only time will tell.
Harumph, I say. Dragon Slayer says.
10 hours. Thank you, Rena.
New Creation says if Civil War starts, China will jump in and crush us. I don't, you know, I said already, I think that the U.S. is in a geographically, militarily strong position.
I know, but we have too many enemies to let a
We
good
do have too many
opportunity like
enemies.
Civil War go to waste.
But
if they didn't directly jump in, they would at least be funding.
if a civil war were to break off somehow, do I think, and we're not an authoritative news source, we're entertainment only, I do think that China would do all they could to help out the falling. They could all to just keep tripping us up and keep helping us fall down. If that's a good analogy.
Yep.
They would help out as much as they could, is what I would theorize.
Well, there are goods and bads to every situation.
Just so you guys know, this is Ohio.
Ah, okay. So in regards to the Floyd trial, now will be interesting to see where we go from here.
I'm gonna grab a bottle of water.
New trial, acquittal, enough said. Yeah, Paul, I foresee that for sure.
Water bottles on scene. Let me see.
Right, China doesn't want a hot war with us, which is part of the reason why China is helping push division here. Right, they want a proxy war. Like, you fight for us. Fight yourself and pretend it was us. Ohio has nothing else to do. If nothing else, though, it seems like the numbers out tonight are really, they're pretty strong. Now, what are we seeing? We're seeing a lot of Ohio and
it's
Minnesota.
solidarity, right? I mean,
right. Minneapolis is, to my understanding, is pretty much on all but full lockdown, if not full lockdown. Agree, Paul. Rock Crusher, we gotta be careful what we put, but thanks for the comment. Oops, sorry, baby. Y'all are cracking me up with some of these comments.
No, they're gone up there now.
That was really good.
No, I know.
Cletus says, why are they still there? The guy was found guilty. Everyone needs to go home. We did have a new shooting of a 15-year-old girl, police involved, or I should say police-involved shooting that resulted in the death of a 15-year-old girl in Ohio.
And it is old school. They got shields out here in the street. Look at this view right here.
CB3 says Ohio footage just released. She had a knife. That's the second time that's been said tonight. I'm tending to agree, but have not seen the footage yet, so I would be interested to see that. Yeah. On their way to taking guns away from cops. Yeah, Josh, that's a very good point. Very well could be.
And Tiff was just saying before the show, watch, all it would take is an unfortunate, terrible incident, and then now you're going to see BLM merge with the anti-gun fight, and then BLM will become anti-gun.
So try not to push, don't push the violence right now, guys. Try to be level-headed. Try to encourage others to be level-headed. Now if there was a time for us to mend, like this is the closest we've been in a year, I would say. So, heck, if we're able to take advantage of it, let's do it.
That's what I say. Goodness gracious. Forgive me, for, being a fence sitter? No, I'm not a fence sitter. I support others. I just choose when to intellectually support what and to what extent. I want to think for myself, not with the crowd.
Yeah, Charlie D. That's a very, very possible, Charlie D.
Yeah, all you guys near the Columbus area, guys in Ohio, you guys pray, be safe. It's time to pray, guys. We got to pray for our nation, pray for those who are lost, pray for their hearts. It just.
Wow, new creation, really. I still have not trained myself to look for weapons or anything like that.
Well, I mean, I do it all the time. Just gun guys just do it second nature.
I'm very naive by nature, so I don't. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sure it's just a water bottle or water bottle. I don't know.
Spudley, Brofist, bearded ones unite. Cold beer matters.
Yes. Oh, do you need, I forgot to bring
I was gonna grab a brew in a little bit. I want to go downtown. Please just keep your, I don't know, man. I want you to stay safe. So, not to sound like a pud or whatever, but because I ain't no pud. If you think you could do it safely, but if it's hot out there, I would suggest you stay home. No, I don't know. It's if you really want to, but I wouldn't if I didn't have to. Amen, Charlie D. That's right, Charlie D. There is only one race, the human race. The left wants us all focusing on what's on the outside while they secure the bag and get rich. Yeah. Cold beer matters, y'all. Let's all just try to kick back. I hope you got your brews. Hope you got your snacks. Look at that. What's that say? Oh my goodness.
Sorry, baby. I just moved my foot, my poor baby. Oh, dang it. I wish I could read it.
I was trying to. I couldn't make it out.
Yeah, Joe. Suggest you do nothing. Just do nothing. Yeah. Oh, darn it. And there was my chance.
Good evening, Grinch mode.
Is guilty.
I never go downtown anymore. I'm too old to care about that and don't care what she says. My 308 is lonely.
What's up, Grinch mode? The dewdrop in.
Oh, dang it, I didn't read it. System is
The whole
guilty.
damn
Okay, I got
system
it.
is
Yeah, I got
guilty
it.
as hell.
Thanks, guys. Sorry. Mitch,
Oh,
yes, indeed.
Power.
Yes, indeed, Mitch. What does that say? The Dow drop?
Where?
Oh, the dew drop.
Oh, yeah, the dewdrop in. Cold women and warm beer.
This is Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, guys.
What's up, D-Nice?
Joe Bakewell says, say her name, Lady Liberty. D-Nice. Rub that greasy like button.
I am just interested to see what we're gonna see. Did y'all hear about the solar flare? The M1 solar flare that hit or happened Tuesday.
I did see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did. You think that's gonna? Because it did affect radio
Well, I
waves.
think it's affecting internet right now.
You ain't joking. Holy cow, the internet is going hardcore right
Yeah,
now.
Justin, there's a lot of people watching these streams right now, so internet is just glitchy.
No, I
and-
think it was the solar flare.
I was gonna say, and there was a solar flare, or maybe it's our internet, or maybe it's your internet. I don't know, man. I'm sorry, bear with us, or if it's too bad, I understand.
Awesome, Nail Tech, what's up? So sick of what's happening in our country. That's right, we gotta pray. This is where I live. I know, man. They won't make it up to my area. It's too far. What a bunch of people.
Oh, Joe. Randy Savage was born here. Really? I like this.
Randy Savage. Oh, yeah.
Just watch body cam. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch this video.
Eddie says, China warming up that you-know-what. That EMP.
No, indeed.
I don't know what you're talking about.
LOL.
That's for the other channel.
And Cashmax says, internet around the world has been flexing. Yeah, I believe it.
All right, guys. Cheers. Here's to you. Here's to me. Here's to me. Here's to you. Hope you guys have a good evening. Oh, my. Dang, that's a hard ass comment. Let's see. Wait, what's that old sailors thing we used to know? I don't remember.
Red Sky at Night, Sailors Select.
That's a thing. That's real.
Right. If the solar flare was anything big, you wouldn't have to say anything. Yeah. It was kind of mid-range from my understanding. I don't know a lot about it, but
Hey,
it's
that is
interesting.
true, though.
Interesting, and, you know,
Mitch, that's too funny, man.
could be a thing.
All right, so body cam footage link. Some people are asking for the body cam footage link. Cyber ghosts. Ooh.
Oh, well. Red Sky at Night, Sailors... Red Sky Morning, Sailors Take Warning.
But pay attention. Do you guys see the streams in the top corner there with, like, Brooklyn Center? What do you guys think is going to happen there? Because it doesn't seem to be too severe from what I can see. However, it is an extremely racist area.
Is it?
Yeah, man. Like, if you're white, they, like, tell you to shut up, you don't have a voice, that kind of stuff.
Oh, well, right now.
Oh, okay. It's a
Well, I don't know if it's different all the time, but...
temporally based racist phenomenon. I'm trying to explain this scientifically.
But it is, I don't know, I think it may kind of fizzle out in Brooklyn Center. You know what I mean? They may move on to Ohio swiftly.
Does the guilty verdict equal a moving goalpost?
Mitch says, this is why we can't have nice things. That's awesome.
The Volkswagen horns, I know.
Alright, I'm looking up this.
All right, do we dare to go into graphically explicit? Because I don't want to see some young girl get hit. I don't want to see some young girl get shot. So maybe that's something that we watch on. The girl in Columbus had a knife. I understand. Still very sad times that girls are doing that to other girls, and cops are having to do that to stop them. So, you know, that's all There you go. Guns, Game, and...
Okay, cool.
Okay, thank you, Guns, Games, and Gadgets. Good, thank you so much. Guns, Games, and Gadgets channel just dropped the link there. And that would be for the Columbus girl shooting in Columbus. Ooh, I forgot to share my link to Parler. You know what? Here, you do your thing. Let me know what your consensus is if you come back from viewing the footage on how the shooting looked.
Muko, awesome. Thanks, man.
Apologies. I apologize. Just letting y'all know, they did release it. Yeah, they did. Yeah.
We did what?
They released the footage.
Yeah.
Well, of course they did.
And there's actually a link in the chat. Look for
If
Guns,
you-
Games, and Gadgets. So.
I can drop that link again. I really don't want to see it personally. That's just my own personal preference. I don't want to be emotionally, I'm going to take your word for it. Where's that link? There it is. They were in a fight. When he pulled up, she threw one on the ground and went after the other girl, and the cop prevented her from stabbing the other girl. Yeah?
Micaiah Bryant! 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 Micaiah Bryant!
3171 Legion Lane.
So at approximately 4:32,
Yeah.
at what time today?
Yeah.
Officers were dispatched in Ohio
Yes.
to an altercation.
Yes. Hold on. Say something.
3171 Legion.
You know what? We're just going to do it, guys.
Was that a caller said females were there trying to stab them and put their hands on them.
Caller said females were there to stab them and put their hands on them.
I'm going to pull it up.
Dispatched at 4:36 and arrived at 4:44. We will play the first video in real time.
All right, at 1:55, you can start it.
All right, at 1:55.
Yeah. Warning, graphic.
My apologies. Here we go. Darn. Wow. Okay. I don't know. That was pretty quick. We'd really have to break that down. I'll put the footage here.
Right. I mean, if she legit had a weapon, it is his job to protect, everybody. So, I don't know. I don't know.
All right. All right, guys. So in reviewing the footage, have you come to any...
There's definitely, it was too fast.
Do you think the officer acted on muscle memory?
I don't know. I know that definitely that girl was attacking those other girls. I don't, that's all I know.
Sarah wants to know, had she already stabbed someone?
I don't know.
Okay, so there's not much to be known, it appears.
It's just so fast.
Exactly. Alice. What's wrong? No coincidence that all this kind of footage is being released at a time like this. In my opinion.
Yeah.
That's no accident. That's no coincidence. Very fast. Very fast.
So she came out with a knife. How did I'm just golly. It's so fast. I don't know how people, because in the moment you see things, the video doesn't get a full picture, so we can't see the little details of what somebody's holding and what have you in these small frames.
Guns, Games, and Gadgets channel says, yeah, she was attacking people.
She was
Well,
definitely
forgive me.
going after
I
the
didn't
girl.
see that for myself. All I saw was barreling past a car, gun was drawn, and then
Right, 2 girls come out and 1 girl kind
hey
of fall
man,
into
talk
another.
about fast acting. Can you imagine? You get done getting some coffee, you get a call to go to some house, and you get out the car, and not 2 seconds later, there's a knife and somebody attacking somebody.
But
You know.
the cops already knew that there was a knife involved when they were
Okay.
called. They
My
were
bad.
told that
I'm
the
just saying. Talk about 0
women
to
were
100
there
real
to-
quick.
Right.
Golly.
But
Pray for our
15,
officers.
you know
In a
what I
time
mean?
like this, you got to make life and death decisions like this that might result in second-degree murder charges, third-degree murder
But
charges.
this all trickles back to, remember when they like stopped people from, when it was a big motion not to discipline your kids, like don't do spankings, don't do, you know what I mean? Like, well, some of y'all didn't spank your kids and it shows. You know what I mean? Like, that was insensitive. I'm sorry. But you know, I am saying that we have a whole generation of people our age and younger, I would say, that are kind of careless with with their actions. Not a whole lot of regard for human life. Not a whole lot of regard for, you know, how hard people can work for something and consequences.
On Channel 4, The Office did slow motion. I'm sure they did so that you could get a good look. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they're trying to promote this intense. That's grotesque. You know, 2 months ago, people, I don't know if they would have done that. You know, shown footage like that. Maybe.
Right,
I
right.
don't know.
But the officer said, or the commanding officer, whoever came out, said that normally we wouldn't release footage like this. However, we understand that the public needs to know. But I kind of feel like if you read between the lines, what he's saying is, we really feel like we were in the right here, and we would just like to let y'all know that we were in the right before you go crazy in the streets, you know?
And they say, oh, hell no, I'm going crazy in the street.
But we don't know all the, you know, still 15, and then it, you know, raises the question.
She was 15?
She was 15.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And then it raises the question, you know, could maybe other means have been handled first, like a taser? But then you also have to say, hey, if she was with a knife and trying to stab this chick, she could kill that other girl before a taser takes her down. I don't mean any disrespect, one fellow big girl to another. She was a big girl, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm just saying, there's 2 sides to it. You know, was it right? I don't know.
They want to show that she had a weapon.
Right.
And what had happened. This might be smart. I don't know.
Well, right. They want to try to say, hey, this was justified. Damn it.
Well, if they needed a reason to pick the goalpost up, they might have it now.
Did you know there was a 20-year-old white kid that was killed in Minnesota this week, too? It didn't get very much news, but I think he was stealing a car, but he ran from the cops, and they shot him and killed him. It was in Minnesota. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Guns, Games, and Gadgets channel says his sister says that the girl might have been autistic. Alex, what's up, dude? Back from
man.
watching the video, and that cop was in a bad situation. Yes, he was. Shoot someone with a knife attacking, or watch someone attack and stab.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll say it though, the autistic factor, depending on what level on
Oh
the
my-
spectrum. I keep forgetting she's down there. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Goodness.
I just set my foot down and
I'm
she
sorry.
was sleeping.
I'm on edge because of the shooting,
Yeah, I know.
and she's.
I saw me, baby.
My goodness.
She's not usually there. So, at any rate, where was I? I'm sorry, I got...
Unspecified V says, I appreciate they released the footage early instead of what they did with George Floyd.
Yeah.
Sister. So what do you think about the autistic?
Oh, yeah. So just depending on where she was on the spectrum, because look, autistic folks get overwhelmed very easily. And so, you know, sensory overload, you know, So like everything becomes an irritant, and you know, and that so still a knife is a knife, whether it's wielded by a autistic person or not. So it could still do damage. You know what I mean? She still could have hurt those people, but that's still, you know, man, that really breaks my heart.
Mimi, you might have a good point. That's actually, let's see, Justin, no local coverage of the Minnesota shooting. I want to know where in the heck did that dog come from? Yeah, it's my little Rainy.
Yeah, little rain.
Some O2SS, what's up? Yo, Crinky ASF. I miss anything? Oh man,
Until
just
they found
another
out.
shooting.
Wait, hold on. Until they found out it was a white guy. Really, Dragon Slayer?
P Brofist. It's like one case technically ends and a new starts instantly.
Literally.
Doug says, educate me. Oh, I don't know if I can educate you, but we could fill you in on what we found out. Oh, did I get rid of it? Well, up in the chat log, there is going to be a Facebook link to the sheriff's department or police department. Some authority, law enforcement authority officials, released the body cam footage of a shooting that happened earlier today to a 15-year-old girl wielding a knife
In Columbus,
that
Ohio.
allegedly appeared to be attacking people.
But there's also reports that she was autistic. Either way, the officer, because of the situation that he arrived in, the attack was already going on. They had reports that, you know, these girls had a knife and were there to put hands on them.
That was the dispatch
Right.
report. I'm going to drop the link. Warning.
So, you know, it depends. Did the officer save a black life today, or did he, you know, or did he kill a black life today? Both.
Both. But that's life.
No, I mean, we can't just write, you know, I don't know.
No, man. I mean, that's life. Some may say that it wasn't until you're not supposed to until after they stab. But if you can look,
But that's what we were just talking against. You know what I mean? That's predicted.
What?
I don't know. No, I know.
There's a difference between. Listen, okay. No. Predictive police programming, that predictive algorithm stuff is totally different from seeing someone about to stab someone and you becoming somebody from Gunsmoke and, you know, stopping
I know,
them.
but people could just be like, look, I could do this, and it looks like I'm going to hit you, but then I'm not. I would never do that. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? No, I'm just... That's an exaggeration. She was definitely going after the girls. But, again, if she was autistic, that, you know, depending on her spectrum, that's hard. That's hard. It doesn't change, but it's hard. Cop didn't shoot. He could have been stabbed to death. Well, or that other girl that was getting attacked. And then there was another girl that was on the ground. And
They were getting ready to protest until they found out he was white.
that was the kid, the 20-year-old white kid that got killed.
Is very clear in the slow-mo video they released. Any fiery but peaceful block parties going on? Probably. There was definitely one earlier in, where was that?
Internet is terrible.
Minnesota,
Terrible.
Minneapolis, actually, believe it or not. Minneapolis was just, having their own thing. Sorry. Got
I wish
distracted.
we could hear the eyewitness the eyewitness in Columbus. Oh, okay. I guess I was thinking it was witnesses, like people talking about what they saw.
Uh-oh, what's the old man say about it, Guns, Games, Gadgets channel? I cannot tap on these links in the chat. It does not let me. Okay, well, there's probably a reason for that. I'm either doing something wrong. Bert Gummer, what is up? Brofist to you. What's up? Chauvin got screwed? No, I would say he probably didn't intend it either, but it, you know, just ways it goes these days, seems like.
Hey, but, you know...
Well, don't forget about the blood on the house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you think that information didn't get to the... Look, okay, it was a scared... That's what...
Well,
it's a lot of situations here.
Appeal, but... I don't. If look, if his jury of peers truly in their heart of hearts feel he was guilty, I got no problem with that. I just hope it wasn't a vote due to intimidation. And you just don't know. Or even not intimidation, but thinking about, what if you're thinking about, the lives of, your family and or the country and or, so.
How are the police going to know the girl was autistic?
Yes.
Where the heck are these people are talking about? Y'all crazy in chat.
Okay, to be fair, when they called in, if they said that these girls were, well, I don't know who called in. If it was the girls that were getting attacked, which it would sound like if they said, these girls have knives and are trying to put hands on us, then it sounds like it's from the perspective of the people that were getting attacked, in which case maybe they did, maybe they didn't know if she was autistic. I don't even know for sure if she was autistic.
Right. There would be no way to know. That is neither here nor there. Autism doesn't protect you from... If a law enforcement officer sees an autistic person trying to stab people, he's going to try and stop that, just like if it was anyone else.
Well, if you think about it on this scale, too, because, very low-functioning autistic people really actually need help just in day-to-day life. Like, I'm talking, very, they're on the high end of the scale for autism. They're certainly not, and that would be the level that wouldn't be aware of causing harm to other people, and so that wouldn't be the level of people that would be, just left over at a friend's house, unattended to. So, it's like, who did the calling? Where was she? Because if the people that were getting attacked called 911, why would they be at her house? That would make you think that she was over at their house or somewhere that they were if she was the attacker. In which case, where was her family? Unless she's not, and if she is, very high functioning autistic, I actually think that I might be autistic on some levels. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, high functioning autism, you really can't even tell.
Short Fuse, what's up? Sister Fist. We are not reading any Facebook comments. No. Awesome Alice says Channel 4 has a good video.
Right.
Check out Channel 4 on YouTube.
Cam, that's very true. What's unfortunate about this is that a mental health crisis doesn't excuse an attempted stabbing or shooting. She can't be there. I can't. Dang it.
Come on.
You can't let someone shoot someone else just because they're having a breakdown. Right, absolutely. I'm sorry, guys. Landon's having to move. Our dog, she's a little sick. She don't feel good. And hers has chosen to lay down right where I put my foot. And I keep forgetting she's there because it's not her normal spot. I'm sorry, baby. I feel good. Heard a guy in the video saying, oh...
Okay, she's okay.
Tybot said, I heard a guy in the video saying you shot my baby, so the father may have been there. So then that's like, okay, if the girls getting attacked were the ones calling, why wouldn't they have just left? I don't know. I need more details. I have too many questions.
I think this is no coincidence. Alright? I don't think that this is an accident. I think this is very...
I think it's unfortunate that there's a 15-year-old girl who is, who's lost her life.
I'm just saying, if you had an agenda to push, this would be an extremely fortuitous event,
And golly, I've never seen so many shootings as this past 2 weeks.
MH88, what's up? Good to see you.
It's like they proposed that gun bill and the freaking floodgates opened. It has been just non-stop.
Could you imagine if they actually try to push for police to not have guns?
I don't know, because I've been seeing just as many videos of police being attacked with guns. You know what I mean? I've seen videos of traffic stops, police officers getting attacked just this week.
Well, it's supposed to be like a mixture of, his heart, what he was on, the stress and having, you know, a dude on top of him. I don't know, guys. Coincidence? I think not. Exactly my point. That is exactly my point. Yeah. If you think about this logically, if you see a threat with a knife in close quarters is a deadly threat. And it doesn't matter what you are if you pose a deadly threat.
Right, exactly. I know it. That's why I was like, it doesn't change anything other than just, man, it makes me, I don't know. What are you supposed to do? There's no right answer.
Wouldn't surprise me if they try to take guns from cops. Pro 2A people often point out that cops have them.
Yeah, Pitillo. I always, forever, it's going to be Pitillo. I know it's Tillo.
Part of it. Part of it, Tiff. Part of it is the mainstream news pushing the narrative. Exactly. Remember, CNN has already said their propaganda.
Scott says, well, the media is a weapon now. You see where it stands in the food chain and how far above firearms and blades. Yep.
Well, hey, they're about to outlaw pointed weapons of all kinds. So if you, seriously, in the UK, look this up, okay? It's a real thing. In the UK, England, they're going to ban pointed knives, okay? Which means, yes, even your kitchen knives, you're going to have to turn them in, okay? Kitchen knives, like pointed kitchen knives.
Oh, well, equipment's maintenance.
Well, I mean, it'll still have an edge for cutting, but no pokey for the stab.
Wow.
And technically, in the UK, it's illegal for you to intend to defend yourself. That in itself is intent to harm others. Seriously. It's illegal to have the intent of self-defense.
Right, I know.
You cannot intend to defend yourself.
Alright, folks.
A lot of Americans just straight up aren't welcome in the UK because we intend to defend ourselves, and that's illegal there.
Let me...
What's up, Mike?
Mike Kirkpatrick, Brofist, Pin versus the Sword, both lose against the megaphone.
21 all day. MHHH. MHHH. Guilty. Chauvin was found guilty on all counts. There is celebrating in the streets, however, also more protests due to a 15-year-old who was shot in Columbus, Ohio,
and by group, I
while
mean
attacking another teen.
a series of affinity groups.
The verdict will be overturned because of what Maxine Waters said and because the jury was not sequestered.
Right.
You see,
Almost
Mike,
if that was done on purpose.
Mike Kirkpatrick and I are thinking on the same wavelength. In my mind, this isn't over. I think that it could still be appealed and it could still be turned over.
Right.
And what would that do if
Well,
if it
because-
comes back as a mistrial?
There you go. It's all theater. You know, this was the answer you wanted while all eyes are on the trial. Meanwhile, other things are going on behind closed doors that people aren't putting all eyes on, and then they'll do a flipperoo, and all eyes will be on something else, whether it be this new shooting or the Dante Wright shooting, and this'll, you know, if people allow it to fade into the background, it will fade into the background, and changes could be made unbeknownst to the mass.
Sameness is a disadvantage.
Masses.
Disadvantage biologically.
I need a drink.
Disadvantage socially to not have
It
that
takes a long time to appeal, you know?
Joe, that's gross.
And honestly, the longer it takes, the better, because what was gonna, you know what I mean? Like, if he had
says, "I
walked
just find it
today,
funny that barely
what kind of
anybody
life would he have right now?
knows.
You know what I mean?
I am
Dude
flattered
would be
that people are
hunted.
obsessed with my own
There was
genitals.
nowhere he
Understand
could go.
that
Where
you
could
want
he
to
go?
fuck me.
Where
I know
could he
you
go?
wanna fuck me. Of course you
Other
wanna
than
fuck
maybe
me.
leave the country.
No, yeah, you can't even imagine it. He would need federal protection.
Yeah, he would
So I
not
know
be
that you
more
want
than
to
he would need
Now you're trying to figure out,
reconstructive
oh,
surgery
should I
to look like
touch my
somebody
boner?
else.
Does anybody remember that pedophile that was
Wait, I just touched my phone, or what does
back
it
in the
mean?
80s or the 90s.
What are they?
He was leaving the courtroom with a bunch of federal marshals, and the dad was sitting by the payphones by the lobby with
And turned around
a
and
686 357 Magnum and blew the backside of his head off.
And the dude that was the officer had been working closely with the dad. It was like, no, like his name, Mike, no, or whatever.
Right, because
I think it was
now
him.
they got to arrest him.
Right. But yeah. So just enough time will pass. So he would be in danger if he had walked today, and the country would be on fire. So they really needed a guilty verdict today. And then the appeals taking a long time. Well, that's just perfect. Give it a year or two.
Absolutely, Guns, Games, and Gadgets. Would y'all watch if I go downtown tomorrow? I
Oh,
really don't want you to go
absolutely.
downtown,
Yeah,
though.
right. I'm not
I
trying
want
to
you to be in a
motivate you to
secure
go-
position and be safe. If you could get like a balcony view of downtown where they're going to be at, that would be cool. But don't do it if you got to be down on the ground level, dude. I don't know what kind of elements they have moving amongst their crowds.
What was
Sorry, I
saying?
muted it.
No, I was thinking something. Dang it.
So now we're seeing Los Angeles, Brooklyn Center. What happened to Ohio? Is it still live in Ohio? Technically. I don't know. We'll see if that live stream is still up.
Right. So in prison, Tolo says if Chauvin goes to prison, he will be dead in 2 years. Someone will take him out for cred. If the verdict is overturned, then cities burn. But if you think that a year or so, and you know what I mean, like, does anybody even remember the Ferguson riots? You know what I mean? Do you remember? I know you do, but what was the name? What was the name of the person?
Michael Brown?
Right. How many?
I don't remember
I'm
the
saying-
officer.
I don't remember the officer. No. And do you remember anything about that verdict and what happened to the officer? Some people may not even remember Mike Brown. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't mean that disrespectfully, but then think about
Well, he's an officer, so he's got a way easier step into federal protection.
what
I
was,
don't even think he lost being didn't he have to resign from being an officer, or
I don't
forgot.
remember. What about the first one that was huge? Well, no, not the
Oh,
first one.
snap. Was that dad found not guilty? Oh, there would be true justice if that was true, but I doubt it. Legal self-defense in Australia is based on a measured response, and in Canada. So, like, if your attacker is using a gun, you can use a gun. But if your attacker is not using a gun and you equalize by using a gun,
Right.
You're in trouble for using more force, which is complete horse crap.
What's up, Crazy Al? You know, there was a 7-year-old killed in
Oh, all this
in-
death.
I
All
know.
this bad news tonight. I can't stand
In
this.
Chicago yesterday, she was in a car in line at McDonald's with her dad. Her dad was shot too.
Oh,
He was okay. Well, he was in critical condition, but the 7-year-old was killed.
evil.
Heartbreaking.
Terrible.
If you want to come in, obviously, I'd love to see you here, but there's not much going on.
Kelly says the cell phone signals in downtown Columbus are very spotty. Used to live there. Crazy L. Hey, Sister Fist. Trayvon Martin case. Yes. Who?
Yeah, that's it. Trayvon Martin. Yeah.
That was before Ferguson.
Yes, exactly. That was the name. I couldn't even. There you go. I now, granted, I
That
could
was
have looked it
Florida.
up. What's going on here in LA?
That Trayvon Martin was in Florida.
But I'm just saying, as years go, as time passes, it fades from your immediate memory, and so yeah, like people could absolutely appeal. You know, if they allowed it to go under the radar, it would, and then the next thing would take its place. Vacuum. What's that called? Vacuum.
Power vacuum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a story vacuum.
It's an agenda narrative vacuum is what it is.
Standing in the street.
That's exactly
Yep.
what it is.
Yep. Be Nice says if any of the jurors would have said innocent, their lives would have been ruined and their lives in
I gotta do
danger. That's
something.
absolutely right.
Gotta put my hair back.
Possibly by other jurors.
Oh snap! Hold up. Do we have an alliance
5 p.m. going to get food. Yep, that breaks my heart too, Alice.
of American Be Savage and Guns, Games, and Gadgets channel? What's going on? Is there a downtown alliance happening? snap. I think
Yeah.
there's an alliance
Well,
forming. 92 LA riots.
Didn't take 24 hours. They're already screaming saving it.
It's a fucking cockroach. So there's like,
Imagine if they're still doxxed, because that's usually what happens
Yeah.
when you side with the you side with the. How did the thing used to go? You never relent, because sometimes they'll burn you even if you relent.
Right, yep.
So you might as well stick to what you believe
Yep.
and stand firm. And that's what I say at least. I don't know if any of that made any sense, but. Let's see, American v. Savage, I don't know what time I'd go. This was the trigger they needed
I don't know if the police would
riot
actually
and have reason for just
Technically, it's passed.
well, that could be enough for justification, perhaps, for a temper tantrum because, well, they got their way. Well, that can't be enough. They have to keep going. That's how you get things done. You know. Mute that. If I recall, one of our jurors lives in Brooklyn Park. The jurors' names will be made public. Just paint a target on their backs. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, sad news about the 15-year-old. Sad. That is.
Yeah,
that's a hard position.
Yeah.
That is a hard position.
Unfortunately, though,
Yep.
you know, they are, you know, people lose sight that the police are there to help and that they are there to save lives.
I wonder if the girl that was being attacked will be, you know what I mean? Like, has she come out and said anything? Probably not. She's probably got to give statements. Just a sad situation all around.
I had to pause the music.
Great to
next one goes out to our friends at
Tejas,
Native
awesome,
Lives Matter.
awesome. Guy who shot
Whose land? Whose land? Whose land? Whose land? Whose land? Whose
Media doxed a
land?
guy that donated
Native
$5
lives,
to
they
a
matter here.
defense fund for his house and went to his
Native
front
lives,
door.
they matter here.
Yeah, it's sad, really. It's pitiful that they gotta do that kind of cowardice stuff. They're not able to handle their own business, so they share the intimate details of the person's life in hopes to cause some form. What a coward! What a coward!
Because we're about that land back shit.
It's just
I do want my
unnecessary.
indigenous families to
Like
get
you were
their
saying
land
earlier,
back.
the entire nation decided that when that George Floyd video first came out, I mean, my goodness, was outraged. So it wasn't necessary. Everybody was already, you know.
Your people will wear cardigans and drink highballs. We will sell our bracelets by the roadside.
Take to pay a troll toll.
And enjoy hot hors d'oeuvres. My people will have pain and degradation. Your people will have stitches. The gods of my tribe have spoken. They have said, do not trust the pilgrims. For all these reasons, I am deciding to sell you and burn your village.
American v. Savage, too funny.
I heard that Maxine Waters,
That's a hard position for any cop. Cops don't plan on taking a life. That's exactly right. Like I said, you know, they got a job to do, and when they show up to stuff like that, the plan is to help.
right. I heard that Maxine Waters actually got police escort to the protests when she gave her remarks the other day.
Oh my gosh.
And it's not going to end until we have abolition, and we are not even close
But
to
that was just an article from a right-leaning news source, so take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I've
But
seen Mike Brown was unarmed, shot in the middle of the street, with his hands in the air.
Yeah.
Really? Because I heard there was debate about where it was. I thought it was.
I don't know. It was.
He charged the vehicle, but then they say no. I saw,
But see what I mean? Like, memory gets foggy after
Memory
so
is
long.
foggy. Even
It just
official
goes
reports
down
aren't
as
real.
another, police. You know what I mean? Like, it just goes down as a very broad overview.
Yeah.
I myself will
100%.
to stress the fact that, again, as my brother mentioned, that it's no longer acceptable to sit here and say defund the police. We have to abolish the police. The fact that there are people still in jail, political prisoners, who have a longer sentence than Derek Chauvin will. is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
that's another thing I heard. But you know what? I'm not going to debate that because I don't have the facts in front of me.
Right.
But
Yeah.
what I do have.
Llewellyn, like we were saying, man, we're just going off of memory, which that's the kind of the point, is that your memory gets foggy after so long. So point being, we got this guilty verdict today, but if enough time passes and people's memory, it fades out of the spotlight, they could go in and appeal it and have it overturned, and really the big masses wouldn't be any the wiser if enough time passes. So, but you're right, we will fact check.
Witnesses said Brown was attacking the officer when he was shot. Let's see. I don't want to talk about that. Let's move on. We're not gonna. We got plenty of current police and drama to talk about.
Yeah. Right, it was just the point that with enough time.
She did get extra private police. Maxine Waters got extra private police protection before she flew across state lines. Yeah, let's listen to that again. Before she went somewhere else that wasn't her district.
What's up, Wildflower?
Still have that privilege to be able to kill us and get away with it. So it's important that we start telling our communities that we need to start focusing on
Mr. Shamaniac, you might have a good point, man.
decertifying the cops.
You know,
And these are the demands that we have for
they
today,
say,
and that we're not going anywhere until they're met. Right? We need
that's
to
what they
start
say.
focusing
Netflix special, yeah. Any documentary
giving
on
our support to the families that are here fighting, because they're the voices that are most affected.
Wildflower, what's up?
They're the ones who have to look their killers in the face every day. And it's important that we relay that information back
What I am
to
concerned
the
about
people
is
who aren't here out on these
Oh yeah, it was just because we were getting flagged all the time, and so it was just easier with YouTube to. They were trying to make it to where we couldn't go back
the
live
historical
until
record
July.
is in our Discord. So all those videos they still exist, but you got to have access to the Discord because that's where I post every link to every show. And all the shows are still in my Discord and on Facebook. If you go to our Facebook, every Facebook video is still there, all the way from the very beginning.
But YouTube was
But
trying to.
YouTube
yeah.
deleted a whole lot of videos after the fateful day
The
at
fateful day.
the mall.
Oh, well. So, pretty, given everything that's happened, pretty peaceful night that we see. Granted, there's only 6 feet up.
Most of the times when it comes to these situations, we are very...
Hey man, did you hear about Nancy Pelosi talking about
there are many attempts to placate us.
that she says that she thanks George Floyd for sacrificing his life for justice.
Right. Yep.
The virtue signaling is just like out of control. Salty Cracker had to take down all his or get a third strike, so I understood. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's still, like I said, it's still in the Discord and on the Facebook and stuff.
And one of the things the reporter just kept saying over and over again for like long time.
I'd like to stress everyone maintain situational awareness. Hope for the best, plan for the worst. Absolutely. Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Knows what it's like to lose a son just going on. And when they basically turned what was an attempt for us to get...
Yeah, Ricardo Sterling, commies want to abolish the police. It is, guys. It's a communist agenda,
Yep.
At the end of the day, anarchists are really just helping out the communists. If you get no government, you get a vacuum, a power vacuum.
Anarchy is usually a precursor to tyranny.
anarchy is the pretext of tyranny. Usually there has to be anarchy first.
Because tyranny is the only thing that can get anarchy under control. So
Rob says the real show starts after Putin makes an address to the world. I know, right?
have y'all seen with the whole Russian Putin critic? Anyway.
Oh, that's right. He could die any day now. He's been on
That's
a
a
food
whole
strike.
thing. But I think they did move him to the hospital. I'll have to fact check.
A prison. A prison hospital.
Right. But he wanted his own doctors, and so did his family. He's been on a hunger strike for 3 weeks. So, I don't know. We'll get more information and get back tomorrow.
What do you think about that? That Texit topic. Texit topic is a thing.
Oh, Texas exit.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody shut that down? That they were only allowed to. Dang it. I don't remember. Something like they're not allowed to recede from the entire. I don't remember. I thought somebody shut that down, but I could be wrong.
Give her a sec, boys. She's working on it. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these articles. Sorry about all that. All right, any moment now. Any moment. I'm actually surprised that we still have a stream going. Waiting on the signals there to clear up.
Well, honestly, shoot, might as well.
What?
Just call it an evening.
I mean, we could, but everybody's got all this, Let's see, Louisiana. If you're in Louisiana, there's good news. They just constitutional carry just moved forward.
Yes,
in the
advancing.
House. It advances. I don't know about Texas open carry, but it does seem that states are taking the whole to a, because their constituents that we're calling in, which now is the time.
Yep.
About as often as you can afford to send an email or make a phone call, that's really where you do it.
Yeah. Hey, but there's silver linings either way. If you were hoping that Derek Chauvin was going to be innocent, the silver linings are that, hey, maybe we can avoid civil war. That'd be awesome. Also, silver lining that I will remind you again, while backing the blue is like we do back the blue, a militant state police is not a good thing. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to have it could, you know what I mean? Everybody can be fearful, of interactions and things like that. So I'm just saying, too much of a police state is not a good thing. So, having cops that know that they're going to be held accountable is a good thing. When you're at work, you're held accountable, right? You do a good job at your job, because if you don't, there's consequences. So, there are silver linings to it, so just try to stay positive, try to think logically, try to treat others how you want to be treated.
Nancy says, if you watched the way police acted toward peaceful demonstrators this last week, you would say it was the Russian or Chinese military. However, I will have to argue that after over a year of dealing with peaceful, sometimes, not mostly peaceful, but peaceful sometimes, demonstrators, they're plumb sick of it.
Can I say something, though? I was reading an article that got put out today about the Kent State shootings that happened. Oh, let me fact check. Hold on. I think it was 1970. Sorry, that's why I didn't do it before, because it's so rude to be on the phone and stuff, but I want to look it up so I don't sound
No, that's totally fine.
Okay, 1970, all right? And there is a picture that is just iconic around the world of one of the protesters who was killed lying down on the street, and a 15-year-old girl kneeled over him crying in a crowd, and anyway, it won like a prize.
The image.
The image won a prize. And anyway, I was doing some reading on it, and like the way that it was viewed by media, by society, by the community is so vastly different. National Guard came into Kent State and like they killed 4 people. I say kids, but 4 people. And the way that it was presented, the entire community felt like it was the hippies' fault. The hippies were the protesters, the long-haired hippies, that they started it. They fueled all this, and had they not caused a problem, they wouldn't have been killed, you know. And in fact, the community even walked around with hand gestures, like like as if to quietly tell each other, well, at least we got 4 of them, meaning 4 of the protesters. Because that's how the media put it out there, was that, you know, okay, National Guard was the hero in this situation, the protesters were the bad guy. But it wasn't like, people didn't get it real time, so things, uprisings were up and squashed before the large numbers of people found out about them.
Voodoo face, brofist Assad, dude.
Can't say it was terrible, yep. So anyway, it's just interesting because May 4th, 1970, 4 killed, 11 injured. Yeah, thank you, Kelly. And so Skippy is a troll, y'all. Watch out. So anyway, just point being, look at, you know what I mean? Like, we say that we're an intolerant nation, which in some ways I'm sure we are, but shoot, at least it's not Kent State in here, you know?
Well, like, there's a Amazon show that I saw a commercial for, and it looked like a Black Lives Matter protest in the show. And I don't know, it was like predictive programming, and they showed like the police, at some point it was like an order was given, and a couple of police officers came from behind the big riot trucks with like M60s, and I don't know, it's like America in the future or something like that, and it was like predictive programming. It's called A Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah. Hold on. Kelly says the protesters were surrounded on 3 sides by a 6-foot fence, and the National Guard was on the 4th side and up a hill. And I saw pictures of that. There was no way that the protesters could have dispersed if they wanted to. So they were cornered, and 11 injured, 4 killed. And that was in the 70s. So anyway.
You could get away with a lot more back in the day.
Well, no, just the point being of, you know, it's not... people, you know, it's more tolerant than, I guess we're allowing our, but then on the other hand, so we're more tolerant of protests, but then masks, you know, watch out.
Or the roll up your sleever.
Right. So anyway.
Or you're crazy if you don't have $30,000 in debt.
Right.
Or if you don't want it, you know.
Have Carrie talking in USA secession. Yep. And I don't know. I'm worried about Meghan and Harry. I'm going to be honest. I'm not worried about them because I don't particularly care.
He's leaving her.
I don't think so.
He's leaving her, boys.
But, you know, one of the snooty dudes said that he doesn't think that their relationship is going to make it.
Harry's leaving her.
No, he's not.
He has greatness that awaits him. He's probably going to take the throne.
No way, Jose. He is not the favorite. He is down on the totem pole by both his grandmother and his father and his older brother. And his nephews.
You don't think he's leaving her?
No, not at all.
I do.
She's like all he's got now.
Yeah, I believe that.
Even if he went back, he would never be fully trusted. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe that would be a reward. I don't know.
Yeah,
so learn history are doomed to repeat it. Yep.
You see this pathetic signal here?
I know. I don't think so, guys. I think that they're not wanting.
What?
I think that they're not wanting live streams and such.
They're throttling.
No. Harry may leave her if he got us. LOL, Alice.
If he was offered position. Harry is going back for the money.
I don't know.
Oh, my bad. I don't know. People corrected me up in here. They're like,
I know, Pitolo, I do actually agree with that, but as a Christian woman, it's hard for me to want the demise of a family. You know what I mean? Like, they're married and they have kids together now, so he really needs to, you know, he made his bed. And so.
There you go, Steve.
I wish that she would, you know, kind of get on board, or I don't know. What do I know?
She's played him. She's like she's like a Kardashian Jr.
Oh.
She's played him, like, you know.
I keep wanting to watch Suits so that I can just tell myself she's a princess now.
Harry, save yourself. Save yourself, boy.
Harry, save yourself. Oof, duh.
Sorry, guys. Having to do a full reboot here. Hopefully it works.
I knew back in the 2000s when he got busted doing that naked poker in Vegas.
He was no good.
Mm-hmm. He was going to be the rough one.
Well, Zoe, thank you. All right, well, looks like I'm not having... Yeah, YouTube wants to control the narrative. You better believe that. I'm getting the wheel.
This victory came because we were boots on the ground. People here...
Oh, F. Where did we travel to?
People in St. Paul, all over the state.
Oh, shoot.
I don't remember.
The beach. Ow.
White flash on monitor. Yeah, there was.
Over this country came out. The whole world came out for
Bob
Georgia.
Dylan was playing his harmonica on Kent State TV. Are the native...
Cheaper to keep her? Yeah, for sure, for her too.
Oh, come on.
I thought that it was funny too, the way the media played the story, like, well, Harry's thinking about staying in the UK for Grandma's birthday, you know, maybe he's gonna stay a little longer, and then poof, the very next day it's like, well, Meghan's thinking about naming this baby after Diana. I don't know.
What is going on with the stream?
No, we
It's
will
upsetting
remember
me.
the silence of those who...
Steve says Columbus has some stuff happening. I believe it. Just with the internet, it's difficult. I don't know. Maybe it's us. I'm not sure. But
Yeah, maybe it is. I restarted everything. Everything, the internet, unplugged the router.
we have
and modem.
actually really good internet, guys. I know this doesn't look like it, but that
Well,
just speaks to our
I think a lot of
frustration.
people are on the internet right now, potentially. I don't know. I really don't. But this might be where we have to end this one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Money,
Unfortunately, guys.
Your mouth, your
Nothing spicy right now. I could almost predict a little bit of spiciness in LA as the night continues.
Which maybe we can go on again.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to crank the stream back up later on here in a little bit. I'll try to restart all my systems and see if that does it. But yeah, guys, I don't know. It looks like I'm having technical difficulties.
Yes.
You know.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a really good evening.
Yeah, I look forward to another conversation with you guys. I wish we could put all the main points on a board here and say, all right, so what do you guys think about that?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this? Where are we all at? Because it seems like we're all a bit confused and divided.
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody has their own opinion. and if any of our opinions have offended you, our sincere apology. We're just trying to talk it out. As I'm sure you heard, we don't have all the details for sure.
Remember, the nuke is a F. Watch out now. Yeah. Yeah, happy 420 to you, Voodoo Face. Brofist, man. Happy trails up there in Canada, brother. I think it's the sun. I do too. I think it was those radiation waves or something. I don't know. We had a solar flare, an M1 or something. M4. M1, something like that. That's really... For some reason, my stream seems to be going okay. I think you guys can see and hear me fine. But for some reason, I can't retrieve the streams like I want to. Ooh. I don't know. Are you guys able to see us? We are not divided. They are. Boom. I hope not, you know. There's going to be plenty more for the rest of the year. Yeah, so guys, subscribe if you haven't already. If you'd like to see more about what we think about these topics, you can watch our podcast. The link is in the description.
That was terrible.
The first link in the description, if you haven't subscribed over there already, that would be the place to do so. You can hear more about all these topics and more. And also get a little bit of word. Because, you know, man doesn't live on bread alone.
Yep.
But, hey, we love you guys.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening. God bless all those who are giving a rat's butt about what. Yeah.
Joe says, take a break and toss some darts.
Take a break, talk some darts.
Thank you, Johnny.
Abilities.
They have your IP, man. Dun, dun, dun. Well, you know, come on, you know. Tiff and Landon, take a break, toss some darts.
Oh, yeah, that very well could be.
Brofist to those of you who are going to be heading out. I wish I could have saved the stream.
Yeah, me too.
Sometimes it doesn't work out.
Baby, sometimes.
And I'm even plugged up. This is the first time I've been, like, plugged up to the internet.
I know.
In a long time.
Mike, we used to do super chats, but we're demonetized, so we've got a PayPal in the description if you want to, but we try not to nag. We have a VPN, but
I used to have a NordVPN set up, but I don't have that set up on this computer, so I never logged in and downloaded all that for this.
Holy crap, I look just like my mom.
Hey, cheers, Spud. Y'all have a good night. Hey, Jason, we appreciate you being here, brother. But yeah, I wish we could hang out longer.
I know, I want to too.
Yeah, I definitely will hop into the Discord. I'll probably be in the music channel listening to some music. Worst case scenario. Worst comes to worst.
I wish we could keep going. I mean, I guess we could. It just that is donezo. Also, I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back.
I cannot seem to get my stream to work with me. Big boy, what's up, dude? Let's see if that does anything. See if that does anything. See if this helps us. You know what we could do for fun? We could do a room raid. Hey, I think I fixed the stream.
Oh, yeah?
You guys, we should do a room raid.
Who's on?
Conspiracy Castle is one.
We out here, y'all. I love the community. Everybody speaks.
He's a good time. Since the fires last year, well, Mike, dude, that's awesome. Brofist. 22,500 kids and oh, whoa, dang, Steve.
Let me say to everybody here, because I know everybody's happy to see each other. Everybody's pumped up about the verdicts.
Ain't much left.
But let's not unintentionally silence black voices, y'all.
That's so cool.
That is what this movement is about. That's what it will always be about. Until we are free, none of us are free. But please, I'm probably one of the oldest people here. I'm 44 years old now. I say
let's see if we can do a room raid. Do you think we could?
So I'm saying is, some of y'all see me, I'm not an elder. I'm just gonna put that elder out there right now. I am not an elder. In some indigenous cultures, I'm still considered a youth. So I'm
Is this live?
going in that.
Voodoo,
But let me
cheers.
just say this.
Yes.
Until black women, and
Stay
it's
for
all
boys.
you, there's some of you here that are hiding, that go with that all lives matter bullshit.
Boom.
I'm here to,
Sorry, I
I'm
screwed
I'm
that
gonna
one up.
put it all out there. Yes, all lives matter. But until black lives matter,
We got it going now.
nothing will change. Until we are free, until we get our liberation, none of you will be free. Because you best believe
Dang it. He
that
got
our
us.
liberation is tied to your liberation. And I'm talking specifically to non-black people of color right now. You best believe that unless we are free, unless
Master
we have
Mouth,
our
have a good
liberation,
night.
you will never have your liberation. You cannot do
If
this
you are rolling
without
out,
us, and we
have a
can't
good
do
night.
it without you.
What do you think about doing a
We
room
really
raid?
must take the words of Asada towards the heart and just stop. It's become
You don't
so
know.
trendy to say the Asada chant. But I wonder how many of you have really taken those words and planted them like seeds in your heart. It is our duty to fight for freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love and protect one another. We have nothing to lose but our change.
We can listen to that all night. That is definitely an option, I suppose. Let's see. Who is somebody that's live right now? Do you guys know anybody that's live? Mask to Mouth says, good night, Tiff.
I gotta be honest with y'all. I gotta ask myself, boy, what's your motive for coming out to this thing? Are you coming out here
People
to
are
oppress
missing
people
what
with
is
your
happening
feet?
between Russia,
Are you
Ukraine,
coming out
and
here to do
Crimea.
real work? 'Cause everybody
That is
got
a powder
something to
keg.
say.
And also, hey, the leader of Chad died,
So I'm
fighting,
not
by the
here
way.
to beat nobody over the
The leader of Chad died, and I only say that because, that's important because, okay, we've got the leader of Chad who died, so we're going to have a new leader there. Prince Philip passed away, which, obviously it'll just be the queen, but she's 95, so, and last year there were rumors about her stepping down this year. Then we've also got the Cuban communist leader,
Oh, crap.
Trudeau's uncle, Castro's brother, anyway, so there's a new Communist Party leader as well. And do you remember last year there was also talk of Putin stepping down due to health concerns? Whether or not that's going to happen, I think has actually been debunked. But I'm just saying there's a lot of new players in the leader department.
Right. That is interesting to note that there are a lot of new players potentially coming on the scene. That's a great point, Tiff. Unspecified V, I mean like somebody that we would do like a room raid. Somebody who is live.
Oh, look.
Somebody we can, go over, smash the like. Tell them what's up, have a good night. Saw Columbus, Ohio, but not sure who is streaming it. And I mean a nice room raid. Like not a mean room raid, like a good one. Let's see, just, yeah. I thought that was funny how you said Castro is Trudeau's uncle. Yeah. Hey, His mom used to hang out with Castro a lot.
We must remember that this shit is happening in our own backyard, and we need to support the families here in LA.
No, I can't room raid anyone that would be considered like... I don't want them to think that we're raiding them in a bad way. I'm trying to do like a nice room raid where we give love and smash the like button. Tell them to have a good night.
There's a lot of... John Ward has not got his family has still had...
Spaced Out Radio is live?
Eric Rivera's family has not gotten none of these families.
Let me check them.
We need to ride for these families, and we need to be here for the families here in LA, and we need to ride as hard for them as we ride for George Floyd's family, for Breonna Taylor, for all these other families, because this is our home. And at the end of the day, we are families, and families have their falling out, and families do. But we have got to come together. I'm here. I think my phone is ringing. Somebody's phone ringing. But anyways, I'm gonna start. I think I pretty much said everything I wanted to say. I love you all. Love you.
Boom. If you were looking for like a...
We love each other. Let me just say this. We love each other.
If you were, yeah.
Because let me tell you, love is an action word. I love you all.
Spaced Out Radio.
I used to
Boom.
like to have people hug each other. If you don't mind hugging the person next to you, go ahead and hug them. And I am done. God bless you all.
Is that somebody you guys would want to room raid? Cold Beer Confessional is live, but you never know what his vibe is going to be. Justice for victims of thug crime. Oh, whoops, my bad. Wayne 24/7 is live.
Since when was Burt Gummer?
Burt Gummer? If Burt Gummer is live, hold up.
Since when saying, hey, we don't want people that are against black lives unconstitutional?
Crap. We'll have to. He's in my history.
And this is why we must continue to fight.
But if he is, that would be awesome.
Tooth and nail.
Y'all should
and
just
I
go
really
check
want to
Burt
shout
out
out Brother Cortez
Burt Gummer
and
is
so many
totally
other brothers here as well.
No
that put their brothers and sisters, that put their brothers on the line for
go
us.
check out Burt.
Right? Getting hit with rubber bullets
Oh my
just
gosh,
so that we can exercise our voices.
Go give
just for
Burt
us to
love.
say, stop killing black people.
Do it.
Stop killing black people. Stop killing black people.
Okay, sorry.
And today in Minnesota, we got a verdict that said that it was not okay to kill a black man.
We're gonna do Burt. Hold on, we're dropping the link. Give us just a second.
A jury of George Floyd's peers said enough is enough. A jury of George Floyd's peers said we will not stand for this. But we must not get complacent in this moment. Yes, we saw a glimpse of accountability, because to me, that is still not justice.
Yeah.
It is still not justice. Justice would have been if George Floyd was still here with us. That would have been justice.
Mrs. Unspecified is heading over there.
Was accountability. We just
Room
saw
raid.
a little bit of accountability.
Room raid.
Today, what we got was half justice. And we still got 4 other officers to go.
Smash
we got
that
the
like.
3 that were there on the scene, as well as Kimberly Potter. And we need to push for Kimberly Potter.
This is who we're room raiding.
Are you gonna pull them up? You got what?
Rakita Law is live.
Dragon Slayer, what's up?
Boom. We got it. Yay. Oh, cool.
Alright, y'all go check Burt out. He is awesome.
Just happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Have a good Tuesday. Spread the love. Who else is potentially live? We could do another room raid after. Two Loco Brofist. Are you guys heading over there? First off, you got to check and see if your room raid works. So I don't know if you guys are heading over there. Subscribe.
It is up to us to make sure that families don't have to come out here and re-traumatize themselves.
So
just
we're
we
doing
can get their voices
a room
heard.
raid to
Just so we can say,
Burt
hey,
Gummer's
I
channel
want some accountability.
to
'Cause we
spread
know they
the
will
love.
never ever get justice. They will never ever get justice. But it is up to us to hold these officials accountable, to hold the police accountable, to hold the system accountable, because it's the city of Minneapolis, the state of Minnesota,
Save
and the
your
United
people
States that's
so
guilty,
that I can get them after.
along with Derek Chauvin. And I was happy that Derek Chauvin got guilty charges, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was a little sad as well. The reason why I was sad is because we were celebrating something that
Nice,
should have been
awesome.
normal.
I see some of our folks over there, Dragon Slayers,
You know what I'm saying?
Polar,
and it's really, really
Eclipse.
bittersweet to me personally.
Very cool.
Because
Good to see you
that
guys
tells
over
us
there.
that we got so much work left to do. And yes, we're going to
Mrs.
celebrate
Unspecified,
tonight.
good to see
But
you over there.
tomorrow, we're going to roll up our sleeves and get back right
We got
to
a
work.
little bit of a room raid,
Thank
right?
y'all. And next, I'd like to invite I don't even have words to describe Nikema Levy Armstrong. But please come up, Nikema Levy Armstrong, civil rights attorney, as well as the president of the Racial Justice Network.
Y'all, let's give it up for Muhammad. Come on, y'all. We can do better than that. We're standing out here in the cold.
Burt.
After what happened today.
Burt Gummer,
letting them
just
know
like,
that,
Trimmers.
As Muhammad said,
Go check him out, guys. Spread the love, smash that like. Happy Tuesday.
just a week ago. As a mother, I am mad as hell. I have a son who is 16 years old. I don't even want him to get his driver's license because
so
I
fun.
don't want
Mini raid.
a crooked cop trying
Best.
to pull my son
Those are the
over
coolest backgrounds.
for an air
I
freshener
love the
hanging on
chill
his
vibes.
mirror or expired tabs
Is
in a
eyeball within
pandemic
head
or
within head
whatever
within head within head within.
fake excuse they come up
It's
with
a very long
to
line of
racially
eyeballs.
profile
Just like
black
Gattaca.
bodies
Oh yeah.
and give my son the treatment that far too many black men and black boys receive. And increasingly, black women and black girls. Because we'll never forget what happened to Sandra Bland. And what they did to her just for speaking her truth.
Well, hey, bro fist to you guys that went over there. That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's awesome.
All right,
That's
let's
so
see.
fun.
Who else? Somebody. There were other names. Fanta
we
Vision.
got that idea from Monograph. I know we've mentioned him before, but he's awesome. Really, very smart. He's a nobody,
Monograph,
but
Monograph is a nobody who was so on top of the CIA during Benghazi. He's the reason that Benghazi became Benghazi, some would say. He's a key researcher in that situation.
I did not used to enjoy listening to Monograph because I didn't want to hear all the news that was news. And so, but now he's kind of a calming voice. That's how polar this past 2 years have gotten.
Yeah, Michael, we've been covering that. I don't know why
Yeah.
YouTube is automatically holding your comments. I'm sorry about that. But to Burt Gummer, I hope your live stream goes good, brother. Much love to you. Happy Tuesday.
Yes, good luck. Good luck. I subbed.
Share the subs, share the likes.
Yes, sub. Bye.
Yeah, it's out with the OWO and in with the NWO. That's what they say.
For sure,
I hope
for
not.
sure.
Certainly hope not. I'm sorry about your toes there.
It's okay. You can play footsie with me. Boots on the ground at Burt's. Perez, yeah, for sure.
Rocking and rolling, moving into about an hour and a half now.
All right, so what we know, though, is that Brooklyn Center was all but on full lockdown. Really, all of Minneapolis, you know what I mean? Like, very heavy restrictions. So the fact that we're seeing this many out is actually kind of...
Yeah.
But it's still... Well, no, it's almost midnight, too, so...
On the East Coast, you know?
No. Oh, this is California, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
this
was
is the
thinking
West
this was-
Coast. Things
well,
aren't
this
even...
one's Brooklyn Center.
Yeah, and that would be our time zone. I believe.
Burt Gummer says howdy. That is awesome.
Hey, Burt, brofist, dude.
Burt Gummer. Did I not notice that the full name is Burt Gummer? That's the freaking cool. God, that's that whole conversation last night went straight up over my head, and all I thought about was I want to watch Tremors. Where's your son now? While you were out on the street, right? He's like my daughter's too.
People are disappearing in Egypt. What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Pharaoh's curse strikes again.
Yeah, man. A lot of weird Egyptian stuff with the curses and the digging up of the kings and moving them around. And
Act like they are better than all of us. They act like they can use their power to try to silence us. But us being out here in the cold after a victory while most people have gone home and gone to sleep shows that we will not give up, that we will not give in, that we are not satisfied with manslaughter charges against Kim Potter, that we will go back to the Washington County Attorney's house.
teach your sons manners. That's right, Rosemary.
Again,
Thank you,
like
Drew.
we just did last Saturday, to demand
Drew, I appreciate
murder
that, dude.
charges. Because Kim Potter should not get a slap on
Swingolly,
the
what's
wrist
up, dude?
for
You haven't
taking
missed
the
much.
life of a young
You
black
haven't
man
missed
who should
much.
still be alive. So we
I don't
gotta
think it's
persevere, y'all. I know we're tired.
you may just see
I
a
know many of us,
consistency
I
of
did
this
not
kind
sleep
of.
at all last
I don't
night.
know.
And many of y'all ain't slept for days.
We really need to
I know
have a
we
sit
ain't
down.
eating right.
Yeah.
I know
A
we can't
large
even keep a
discussion
normal routine.
where we can
I
try and
know
figure
my
out,
central nervous system was
you know,
way
what
off.
we're
I
gonna
had to go
see.
to an event at George Floyd Square,
You know what I
and there
mean?
were some monks who
From
came,
here on out,
and they wound up
as
doing
far
a
as an
meditation,
an
and
outlook,
it helped
because
reset
any,
my
you
central
know,
nervous system.
I see the
Because
stage
we're
is
in the
set,
middle
and it's
of a war
it's
zone, and it's
peculiar.
very
It's a very
stressful.
peculiar stage.
It causes PTSD. When you
Politically.
don't know, we out here after their bogus
Of
ass
course.
curfew. At any point,
But as we
they can
saw,
come
this
out
stuff
here and try to
tends
snatch
to
and grab
boil
and
down.
use
People
all
tend
the
to go
tactics
back
that
to
they've been
normal. You
using.
know,
But I'm
they somewhat scale back.
Right. Hold on, sorry, I'm looking for.
when the national and international media pack up and go home. That we don't care if the world is watching or they're not. We are watching. We live here. We demand justice. And we get justice. Justice for Dante Wright.
All right, so we do have a definitive answer on the case of George Floyd, though. As far as Derek Chauvin is concerned, it's guilty on all counts.
Right. Yep. Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
From a scared and some would say hung jury.
Well, we don't know that they're scared. We don't know that they were hung.
Potentially not. Maybe the pig's blood and all that on the juror's house was just a tactic to make us think they were scared. I don't know.
Hey, Deborah, I meant to say thank you so much for the donation yesterday. We really appreciate that.
We really do. Thank you so much for that.
Turn that lady down. Okay.
I know. I turn it off. I can't listen to that. Not for too long. Because I think it's total horse crap. I think that if the cameras were off, we would see them go away just like before. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Right. Sprout, that's what, yeah. For now, guilty on all counts. The appeal was all but written for them.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah. And I think you are going to see a potential, you know.
Of course, Buzz Lightyear. Yep, of course. Of course.
Yeah, what about that? Jules, excellent point.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would say that we see a ramping up of protests now, and I think it's not going to take but one or two little outside incidences from the political opposition for them to justify.
Or not even just, you know, we're seeing an increase in incidences. We're seeing, you know, whereas high-profile cop-involved shootings were happening, you know, I mean, high profile once or, you know, I don't know, it's ramping up. It's happening far more often, or at least when it's happening, it's being shouted far more often. And so, yeah, I don't anticipate it to slow down, but they have been peaceful.
I know, ain't that right,
Mostly.
Buzz? Buzz has got it. Yeah, this is all interdivision of the people, man. And I wouldn't doubt that some of this was funded by outside countries, or at least perpetrated by, and so because this only goes, the weaker we get, the more benefited they are.
I'm not saying it's because of it. I am saying, though, that there will be so many studies done on the collective human behavior over the past 2 years. You might as well look at it as a big giant fire drill, even though it's not a fire drill, right?
Wow.
It's actually happening. But there's so many narratives. It's like, we might get, I don't know, we might have a civil war. Nope, that's fine. We might go into a second lockdown. No, it's fine. Like all these things that we might get killed by murder hornets. We might get hit by an asteroid. We might have a super volcano. All these things, California might break off into the ocean. I don't know. It just doesn't stop. And then it comes right back down, like nothing ever happened. Like, aren't you glad that didn't happen? And then I feel like something really bad will happen, and then they'll be like, I know, but at least all those other things didn't happen. It's gonna be like they're really coming for 2A, and they're like, well, at least all those other things didn't happen,
It's certainly stirring, Hunter. What's up?
V, find your daughter's YouTube channel. If you want, we will totally shout her out. That
Absolutely,
is awesome.
You better believe it. Let's see. They saw how simple Hollywood Disney media made the masses. Good advice is to arm yourself to protect you and your family. And hey, having a couple extra bags of rice and some food stored away. As much as you might think you might need mathematically, there are people that run the numbers on that kind of stuff. If that were the kind of thing you were interested in, I would say, tangible, physical life insurance is not dumb, guys.
Seems cynical, Tiff. It's his fault. He made me cynical. I didn't used to be cynical.
True that. Guilty as charged.
How about this projector on the van, though? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Are you sure it's a projector on the van?
Well,
it's super cool, though.
Yeah, because look, there's something that goes on the tire, too.
My bad.
Been looking for, yep.
I just assumed that they had the newest in van technology.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's where it's going, but it seems a little...
Well, if police need better training, then defunding is not what is needed,
I actually think it's right down here, behind this person. On a little, see it? That's the projector.
RCMP.
Look, there it is. Yeah.
I see it, yeah. Well, I didn't doubt it.
Hey, but Buzz, at least...
Still blushing from the raid, y'all. Hey, Bert, thank you, man. Brofist.
The little mini raid, right?
Happy Tuesday. It was just a little mini raid. It was just
a little mini one, but it was cool.
We tried, man. We tried. Spread the love, share the love. Stock up on what? Stock up on Fortnite V-Bucks. Trust me. Dynasty, what is up, brother? Brofist, good to see you, dude. Very good to see you, man.
My back. I'm getting old, babe.
Yay, level 4 body armor.
What's up, Dynasty?
That's just how I see, some food storage is as simple as just life support. Because we saw anything that you ran low on, because we saw our stores went bare.
Right. Okay, put aside all the crazy talk, right? Put aside all the, I say crazy, but I mean all the future conspiracy stuff like that. And just think about the weather that we've been seeing the past few years. At any time, you could get hit with tornadoes. You could get hit with earthquakes are happening kind of all over.
Various
places, flooding, volcanoes. So anyway, just point being, we're seeing more extreme weather, more extreme everything. Having some storage, some supplies to make sure that you and yours can get, to another location at least is never a bad idea.
You want to play a game?
Sure. I need a drink.
There has been a new shooting, if you missed that, of a 15-year-old girl.
I'm hearing 16.
16. So now numbers are changing, details are changing. Crazy Horse, what is up? Looks like a large police movement.
I learned this real easy. Watching everybody come in, every generation of gang. I've been everywhere. I done seen it all. I done met everybody you done watched on TV. Aaron Hernandez right over here where I'm at. I done met them all. You go to his Gladiator series.
Wow, yeah. Guilty on all charges and quietly win appeal. When the toilet paper is gone, right? Exactly. Did you see the body cam footage that was released? I saw it briefly. I've seen it 2 times. Very quick. It's very fast. So I didn't watch the slow motion, you know, and I haven't dissected it all myself. But as you know, the general consensus seems to be pretty clean. So. Just another day in the office. You know, that's funny that Unicorn Riot was live and he asked a protester how his day was going, and that's exactly what he said. Just another day in the office.
Mm-hmm.
Which is generally where I come from. That's
right. Nothing new, nothing. Yeah. I don't know. It's tough. I hate, you know, I wish that I don't know, sometimes I wish I could see things just from one side, you know, it would be so much easier. But there are sides to the story, you know.
I'm going old school. Is this live? Yes, it is. Cheers.
And there's nothing to drink.
I got water.
J-Nut, yeah.
Oh, wow. Water's so good. You can't believe how water...
Richard C. says, the slow motion shows there was no choice. Slow-mo true, yep, pretty sad. It is sad, though. It is sad. Let's see here. Looks like Los Angeles. We've got someone arrested.
All right, so...
Marching in L.A.
I agree, BZ. What's up, dude? It is sad that it's come to this. But if you're, you know, posing a deadly threat, it really doesn't matter who or what you are. You know, it's his job,
right,
to stop it. So that's what I think. Anyway, look at these numbers.
LOL.
Let's see, that's 25, 30, and 9. So what is that?
9, 5, and 25, actually. Because you got into the green dot. Wait, what are you doing?
I'm just practicing.
Oh, you turd.
I know.
I go first?
The 2 red dots. The 2 red darts are practice darts.
Oh, yeah. I go first then.
Go ahead. In real life, you can't hotkey to taser. Split second choice to stop a stabbing. That's true. Truth.
You want something out here taken from me. You better start telling them not in your name. That's how you snatch power. That's how I got home. Not in my name, you won't be holding me up in here. I'm going to flip that back to you. Conwell versus me, let me get my numbers up.
Los Angeles definitely looks...
Let me get my numbers up.
Everything is Instagram. It's all Instagram. Isn't that weird? I wish they would switch audio to the Los Angeles stuff.
Everything I got on, these gloves, all of that. They want all of that. Now, I had to think on that. Like, damn, everybody's coming to jail.
Especially a life and death.
By the 90s, I'm seeing dudes coming in, rapping, dudes coming in, they're getting paper. And I'm like, damn, I just saw a picture of that dude
The
last
police
week.
have to come
And they
get
do
you.
just
They're
like
bringing
this,
an
bro,
ass
that
whooping
chain,
with them.
All that you rocking.
4 seconds.
We're gonna send that back to your family.
I just
drop
replayed
that
the
off right
real-time
here
body
tonight.
cam
So I'm
video
going again.
counting
We
the
out there
number of
killing each
seconds
other
that
for that
passed
shit.
from the point
And
when the
I
girl
come into
flipped
jail,
out
they don't
to the
even
moment
want
he
that.
fired. I
They don't
count
even want it.
approximately 4
And then I was like,
seconds.
because I'm more valuable, they get $45,000 a year for me.
terrible.
Fuck what I got on.
Let's see.
I was the
18, 19, 20, 21.
and I watched them from the father to the son to the grandson growing up, watching
23.
them retire while I was in there,
Terrible
bro.
throw. Can I have a free
And then I realized that's how they was playing.
throw? Oofta, don't you know?
Are y'all hearing me? So don't let nobody tell you never again how somebody innocent feel or what they might be going through. I lived it. And tonight,
So now we
go
don't
in,
even
and
know
here's the
whether or
fun
not
part
that
I
officer
like
did a
about
good
it.
job.
Here's the fun part. So here's the fun
Because from a life-saving standpoint, that
Right.
was an excellent job. Excellent execution of decision-making.
That's a poor choice of words.
Well, poor choice of words or not, you know.
Boom. Do you see this? I'm going to beat you now.
Oh, no.
25,
Nah.
45, 55, 58.
It's to be expected. Beginner's luck.
Right? But I look at him, man, like yesterday's news. See, don't make him today's news. We done with you next. If you ain't on next, man, you ain't in the race. You understand that? Ain't nothing wrong with everybody playing their lane, man. Listen, everybody's not a speaker, everybody's not a reporter, everybody's not a doctor. You understand that? All of us are not that, man. If we pick our lanes and get down together collectively, if somebody would have told everybody out here, man, you know what? We're going to build a giant,
babe.
a giant George Floyd.
Okay. Most of the carnage in the U.S. wouldn't be a thing if the news didn't misdirect the public. Shows that despite social media becoming the prevalent news culture, that they still have a large grip on info and the mental and emotional ties to the public as well, because they say one thing and then they report on it, and just the way they report on it, they put the right spin on it, and then you get these, you know, this outrage. No way. Asking Yeti, what's up, dude? Bro fist. You are the Robin Hood of darts, lol. Just kidding. Yeah, that is a joke. Got jokes. Unspecified V.
There you go.
My turn?
Mm-hmm.
My turn? Oh, crap. Are you ready for this? Absolute onslaught.
Be concerned with colors. That's why they teach you when you grow up in school crayons. It's green.
I'm just tired of hearing the rhetoric. I want to see what's going on in Los Angeles. If you'll give me just a second, I'm going to try and pull up somebody in Los Angeles.
Let me explain something to the white people so you understand clearly.
Now look, since News to Share is the guy who is there on the ground, that tells me a lot about Brooklyn Center. Because News to Share is always around the guns.
Did you guys hear about the new bacteria found in the ISS?
Yes, I did.
There's new bacteria in the ISS, and it's going to help them grow food in space, which is typically difficult because food, like there's wastes and nitrogens and stuff that are in the soil that you wouldn't get in space, and so it's difficult. Like basically you have to grow it in an extreme condition, and this new bacteria is supposed to help with helping these plants thrive and grow in extreme conditions. And it makes me think of that freaking movie Titan. Whoa, that's so cool. I freaking love the lights.
The ruling did not, the temporary restraining order did not address the use of these less than lethal shotguns. I know, again, people that were really...
Well,
Rest in peace, ISS. I've seen how that movie ends. Too loco.
Hopefully LAPD does refrain.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, I hope you won your argument.
Those
Guns, Games, and
guns.
Gadgets channel says
They
I'm
are
back.
guns.
He was having a Facebook argument.
Fuels the adrenaline,
They sure do.
Were you the troll or the trolled?
You know what?
I win.
I do so good. Alka
Oh, this
Poontang,
is
Moose
so
and the Poos. Long time no see.
Moose
Jessica,
and the Poos.
Brofist,
Crazy
sorry.
Horse, what's up?
Crazy Horse, your comment has been automatically censored by YouTube.
Raimundo says getting hurt is part of protesting. I don't think that's like what the American promise is to its people. Like,
If space was water, you better learn how to swim and tread real quick. Yep.
see you later, bitches!
Can you get me a calculator real quick?
Yeah. Oh.
1 and 1.
She's got jokes. She says, "Can you get me a calculator real quick because of these high numbers?" So funny. Good one, babe.
I think this is like, I'm not sure what they're doing. As I said, I see things on the street that protesters do, that police do all the time, that just I don't comprehend.
That's Los Angeles, California, guys.
Also,
The crowd of protesters is not that big, so I think they're
Double 15, 17.
So 30 and 37 is
Discipline!
67.
You want impact glasses?
Almost to 300. I'm almost to 300, and you're almost halfway to 100.
Well, I haven't been paying attention. Okay, and you haven't let me get my
This
spot.
is
You
so
always block
rare
me.
that
I
I'm
think they're actually in
that
the
I'm
car.
doing
I
well.
have sunglasses if you want that, but
Oh, I've offended you, I see.
Justin Hart, what's up, my man? He says, I'm back, and he's got booze tonight.
I want you to keep in mind that you're not watching your backs, right? Especially the people who are on media. You need to make sure you watch your backs so when you break.
Blah, blah, blah. Next, blah,
yeah,
blah,
so
blah.
The police have like taken up the sidewalk position, which I've not seen before. I think they're calling in reinforcements. That's what I think is going on.
You guys don't give a fuck, do you?
There have been numerous instances of LAPD assaulting and arresting press.
I know, Dynasty.
There are
Same
a lot
vibe,
of
dude.
people with cameras here right now.
Dana says, I'm drinking pretty hard
Looks like about the same
on my
amount of
water. Yeah.
protesters.
Eddie
So,
says, booze hounds.
I wonder what they will do tonight.
Here you go, babe.
We will find out. They got a lot of
Man,
negative press.
we have
coverage.
had jet
Shocking.
fighters fly over for the past couple
Beat up the
months.
press, you arrest
I
them.
want to know
They're gonna
what's
say
going
they're gonna
on.
say things that aren't as
We
complimentary.
had, when I was leaving,
got a lot
when
of
I,
negative press
when I left a little
coverage
earlier, there was
For
a
that-
Dang,
So,
Too Loco says, Landon, we haven't
uh,
forgot. You owe us a live tasing
maybe
from
they'll
last
be
year.
milder. Maybe not.
Tiff,
The issue
if
is
you
that
get on the
there's no real
taser.
repercussions
a live tasing.
for-
Yeah,
for
I
doing
get
that.
tased live.
Well, I thought it was supposed
and
to be
y'all
the
gonna feel
video.
bad because my heart's gonna give out, and you're gonna wish you didn't, and you know.
That's what they do. They're able to.
accepting, what is it,
This is,
life insurance.
I could have a
payback.
sheriff. I
Oversight
could have a
board.
sheriff's officer buddy of
Board
mine
LA
tase
police
me
commissioners,
unofficially.
and it's pretty much
Yeah, I know, and
toothless.
he's offered.
It's unable to really
He did offer.
punish.
I don't know if he would
cops
do it
or
live,
police
but-
leadership
You have 30 seconds to comply.
or
No.
affect policy, like the policies that the police officers.
Okay, those all would have been within the ring.
Streets.
It's okay. Water, vodka, vodka, water. What's the difference?
Thanks so much for hitting me with the fucking strobe light, dude. Like, that's an excuse that they gave for arresting all the people in Echo, at the Echo Park protest 3 weeks ago. They couldn't handle the strobe light. Oh, like you couldn't. But,
live tasing, knife and a toaster will do.
yeah, thanks so much for
No.
shining that on me.
Oh, we do not
I'm
promote
being sarcastic. I
self-harm.
don't like it.
Well, here it goes, folks. I don't know if you guys are seeing what's going on. And
Do you see that? You see these numbers? It's almost over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
no, I don't see those numbers.
They seem pretty unconcerned.
Bitch, get the fuck out our streets!
This,
Get out of our fucking streets!
Commander.
So wait, they got their justice and still no peace? The verdict just gave them carte blanche to do whatever they want now? Expect a long, hot summer.
I mean,
Circle of
it's not
snakes.
necessarily whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's not no holds barred. This is much better than what we saw in Minneapolis last year.
So right now, earlier we saw action in Salt Lake City. We saw, we saw Utah. Who else did we see? Did we see Columbus, Ohio? I saw a video from Portland, protest in Portland today.
Are we playing where bust is bust?
Los Angeles right now, currently Brooklyn Center and Los Angeles are the only two feeds, but there's multiple coming from Los Angeles
I don't have
and
that.
Brooklyn Center. Did you bust?
I did, but
I
I
don't
want
see
to play
LAPD
where we
withdrawing.
just redo it until we
Like,
hit the
I
number.
don't see that they're gonna just leave.
You bust.
I mean, they're running, but
You bust, it gives me time to catch up.
Turmeric. You have to take turmeric with a pinch of pepper, otherwise it won't absorb. I cook with turmeric. Did you bust?
Bert is still talking about the raid. No way. That's so cool. Well, I wish more could have gone, but I understand. It's a new thing. First time. Holy crap. These police are moving.
Okay, I'm aiming for
I
two.
think this guy's got the captain pin.
You got this, babe.
Very unconcerned.
If I get two on
That's
any
not a
of
cop.
these numbers. Oh, is it three or is it two?
I don't know.
We were just gonna say 300. Why did he shut that person? Pepper opens the silences.
Yeah, I don't really think this is any type of good situation. As I said, I do not trust the police withdrawal. Maybe it's just a consolidation.
I need to zoom that camera in. They might come back tomorrow, and there's going to be a different...
I need to do the bear.
Huge group of police.
Oh, look at that. I won.
Are you ready for me to be by your side there, bro? Hey, man, it wouldn't be half bad to have some friends down here. I agree, Taco Bell and Baja Blast. I filled my safe up with stimmy checks and income. I feel like even the government are giving us the means to prepare for what will come, or I'm crazy. I don't know this point. Oh, yeah, no, I get your point. And I don't mean money in the safes either. Freedom seeds, yeah. Southside Boxing, what's up, dude? He says riots one way or the other. Man, you can't win. Taxes, tased. Who's getting tased? Who's getting taxes? What? It sounds like a pretty sucky gig. No, but he wouldn't even notice. Yeah, the room raids are fun. If you guys know anybody that's live, room raids, but more people have to participate. I mean, you don't have to. You won, huh? I'm playing darts for no reason.
Yeah, it's okay.
How did you win? I'm so competitive.
If you just
But I'm
tuned
nowhere
in,
near as competitive
this is
as
Los
Tiff.
Angeles, Fairfax District, which is a neighborhood adjacent to Hollywood.
I certainly am doing.
This
If you
is,
get my meaning, we are doing.
March.
We're doing fine. How are you guys doing?
On the day of the conviction of Derek Chauvin on all charges. My name is Precious. I'm the LA band.
So what, does
And
this give the
Precious
left more
Thanks for
trust
watching.
and
Like and
more hope for the
subscribe.
system that they wanted to burn down?
Got my Venmo and PayPal.
Will this
and
allow them to support the system they wanted to abolish? I don't know.
donations help me give you on the ground, live video of racial justice actions and activities.
Oh, throwing
and
darts by
protests
myself, Joe
in the
says.
city of LA and around the city of LA.
Figure out how do we play with Joe?
Well, I'll have to modify my camera angle so that you can see more accurately what we hit.
Threes. I'll shoot, you shoot, and then Joe.
Yeah,
can
this
just
is
put
by
in
the
his
Grove.
number. Like,
The
you
Grove,
can
which
just
is a
type in chat what
big
his score is.
He'll always
fancy
win.
mall. It's a mall that's got valet parking.
He'll
So,
always win
when you got
if we
that
do
going
it that
on, you
way.
know it's like a fancy mall.
Ooh,
and-
just bought a new 6.5 and a 338. Ooh wee.
Yep.
Those Lapuas are
Right
cannons,
by
dude.
it.
And he's addicted. Of course.
not seen
That long
any,
range, that's that money though, dude.
Type of like vandalism tonight, or smashing of windows.
Been watching some vintage Johnny Carson. Do you ever see the skit he did where he hung himself? It's really strange. You can find it on
That's
YouTube. What?
Well, that's what it
TBF,
is, what it
if
is.
you had told someone 5 years ago of what the world would be like, I'm pretty sure they'd label you as crazy. So like saying something like, I know it sounds crazy, low key, be redundant.
That was an actual conversation you had with me 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the
Well, that's because
windows
it's
are
it's
intact.
dismissive, so you don't have to deal with it. You just call it
Not
crazy,
spontaneously
move on.
busted or
Wondering the same thing, why get violent unless you're a total psycho and want everyone to know it.
What was going on was people
Taco
were
Bell and Baja
standing over
Blast.
by,
Yes, Malcolm
this little
X said that
pavilion by
too.
Chase Bank at Fairfax and Beverly, and they were talking, giving speeches, and then people took the intersection, meaning they occupied the
When
intersection.
good people
with their
sit by
bodies.
and do nothing, nothing. Evil always wins.
knelt
Sadly, the left became the
the
very
length
evil
of
they
time
claim
that
to hate.
Derek Chauvin put his knee on George Floyd's neck, murdering him. I knelt myself. It's a very long time. And then the people marched down
Need 2
Melrose,
clicks of elevation on your
about
dart
a
throwing.
half mile
Yeah.
to Penn Pacific Park.
There are people who probably do have restored faith, but more radically ideologues what
I thought they were going to
will
arrest
be
people.
emboldened
No arrests were made.
by the decision.
No less lethal
True, if you
rounds were
want to be
fired.
treated like a human being, then you need to act like
I like
one.
that. I like that. Violence was not
Yeah,
committed
give
against
respect
the
and get it.
people of the city. It pleases me. Pleases me that LAPD, while they menaced the crowd, they did not assault them.
It is between the 338 and the 6.5. Those guys are 100%. They're totally. You either like the 6.5. I prefer the 6.5 Creedmoor, but I too much of a poor. I don't have one. Unspecified podcast. Hello. Watch and enjoy your nightly streams. I just wanted to give you a heads up. Police shot and killed 15-year-old. Yep. No gun, but a kitchen knife. Today, yeah. Yeah, we covered that earlier. Showed a little bit of the footage. Was a little hardcore. But, you know, from what people are seeing so far at this point, it appears to be clean. Which I'm not going to argue. I don't have the time to take my mind off the stream right now and really break it down. But I'd love to come back with my thoughts collected and talk about it more. Whatever happened to all those FEMA camps? Yeah, well, they're still fully stocked. They still have all their old. They have all their employees ready and waiting to go in case of emergency. What do you think will happen when this verdict is appealed and overturned? Well, exactly what you would expect to happen, in my opinion. I think you would see an implosion of riots and fire and destruction. The worst temper tantrum that this country has seen yet. Bigger than last year's Summer of Love temper tantrum. You know, Antifa is probably happy they won. You know, I don't think that this is a win for Antifa. This is more of like a BLM getting what they wanted.
Well, not really. This is still, you know, I don't know.
I don't even, because like they don't care about the justice system. You know what I mean? Because this clearly isn't justice when you pressure a decision and you don't let the system work for itself, and you force an outcome. Then it's not real, is it?
There's still a lot of people. They still seem pretty.
Officer Tatum just released a pretty good breakdown of the 15-year-old shooting. Officer Tatum, yes. So that would probably be an excellent video. Officer Tatum, do you have a link or like where would that video be found? Ohio has castle doctrine and love their 2A. Won't be too much. Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, a lot of times I don't know like why police
Yes.
do what they do and why protesters do what they do.
Yeah, I've heard of Officer Tatum before, and you know, to be honest with you right now, that's the perspective that you're gonna want. Is an officer's perspective. You know, that would be their role, that would be their shoes. Do you think that would be biased,
like,
Tiff?
No, I don't.
The bars and the clubs are like sort of open now, so maybe people are like going out to.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Party.
And well, I'm unspecified.
Thank you on the sidewalk.
I don't know. I'd be interested to see the
watching
breakdown,
out.
but I can't recall who that is off the top of my head.
I've seen Officer Tatum.
Okay.
Police are like.
I think.
Right there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's not like
What am I
Channing
doing?
Tatum
I'm like sitting
in
on the
21
street.
Jump Street.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even sitting on the street. I'm sitting on the sidewalk.
If I had the ability right now, I'd pull it up.
So, I don't know. Yeah, it's like a fucking album cover. It's weird. Life is.
This
is
guy is a
surreal as
bad
shit.
representation of the goth industrial scene that I loved. He probably doesn't even know who
Bizarre.
Bahas is, or Bahas
I've reflected
was.
often, like, what the fuck
Boss
is going
Hoss.
on with my life? What the fuck
Donut
am I
operator
doing?
is good for a cop perspective as well.
I think that pretty often.
That's hilarious. that
Eddie
he's-
says Tatum is solid. I'm subbed to him.
Protest stuff, this filming stuff can get pretty extreme.
Is he aware that this cop is looking directly
And-
at his?
I'm sure.
Yeah, I gotta check myself.
Awesome,
you know,
Alice
I gotta
just
see what
watched
the
his
fuck is
video.
going on.
What were your conclusion?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs lives just 30 minutes
That's
away
my
from
buddy.
Columbus.
Oh wait, I can do this. There.
LOL asking Yeti. Oh my gosh, did you see this?
Uh-uh.
This guy looks like his sister when she gets to MF and high. Oh man, that
Fun with watermarks.
Joe Bakewell says, I love Betty White.
Who didn't go through a goth phase, though?
Who didn't go through a Betty White phase?
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever
I
seen
love
Lake
Betty White.
Placid?
I was just thinking about Betty White the other day because, you know, Philip died and then the Queen. Anyway, I was like, oh my gosh, somebody check on Betty White. Is she okay?
Yeah, every time someone, you know, this is my high AF sister with
before this turns into a roast.
Looky-loos over there are giving me a look
Oh
or
yeah, I
two.
gotta watch out. I get in trouble if I
look
roast
at them
folks.
looking at me. Now they're looking
Former
at you.
LEO saw a video of Columbus is clean. That's the general consensus that I've heard, is that the Columbus, Ohio situation is a clean situation. It doesn't appear to be, which, you know, I don't think anyone should be to say right now. There hasn't been enough time. People want to jump to conclusions so fast in Riot. You know, that's ridiculous. You got to stop running with every, you know, heartstringed, emotional, you know, everything is virtue signaling these days. They want to, you know, go and have a temper tantrum for any, you know, excuse. Especially now that we see that the presidential cycle is coming to an end and everyone's off of that topic, and now, you know, back to the distraction in the streets, maybe? I don't know. Lake Placid was the first DVD I bought. Thank you for your service, Sprout. Yeah. Thank all of you guys out there for your service. First responders, EMT, military, firefighters. All you guys that make it happen. Hell, even, you know, all the first responders. You know, the truth doesn't matter. It's all about framing, sadly. Yeah, it's all about optics. It's all an optics situation. Derek Chauvin's gonna write a book. If I Didn't Do It, a sequel to O.J. Simpson's If I Did It. Oh my gosh. Okay, that might have to be where I end it. Al Capone, Tang, Moose and the Poos. Oh no. Detroit Police Chief James Craig did it right last summer after a black man was shot by police in protest. We're starting. He nipped that in the bud in a hurry. Yeah, Lake Placid was probably one of my first DVDs too. Thank you, firefighter of 18 years here. Hey man, bro fist to you. Thank you so much for that. Holy crap. No telling all the stuff that you guys have seen. And it's truly awful, the situations that you guys get put into, and, you know, that's just a part of society, and, you know, it takes a village, and, you know, we appreciate those out there. That's why we consider you heroes. You know, there are videos out there that only show the aftermath of Columbus shooting. It seems to be hard to find the video of the shooting itself. It's either we go back to riots or we go back to the Wuhan wiggle fear-mongering. MSM has to keep us scared and divided over something. That's 100% BZ, dude, you nailed it. Yeah, the orange beard of wisdom there. Chauvin sentenced to time served. What?
Nuh-uh.
I think I mentioned it before. I find it strange, fascinating that Darwin's cousin was one of the creators of the eugenics movement. There's no coincidence to that, I would say.
Was he really sentenced to time served?
Al Capone Tang says, I love Betty White. I'm a little ashamed of it.
I love Betty White.
No need to be ashamed of it, bro.
I was wondering that. I was wondering how long he was sentenced to, because usually they will tell you.
Once those two become redundant, it will be climate change, and that's a whole can of worms. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. It's already, I mean, those seeds have already been planted.
They could never put Chauvin in Gin Pop. Check the news channels. I found it in a split-second body-worn camera.
Okay,
You could
Chauvin will be sentenced in 8 weeks.
There is video of the Columbus, Ohio shooting that happened today in the chat log here on the live stream. So if you were interested, it'll be in here at some point. Are all of my comments blocked now? Crazy Horse, no, I see that comment. They might have blocked others.
All right, because Mr. Chauvin has no criminal history, the sentencing guidelines for each of the murder charges is 12.5 years, but the maximum sentence for each charge differ. Second-degree murder can result in a term as long as 40 years, while the maximum sentence for third-degree murder is 25 years. So, 65 years max, but it'll in 8 weeks. And it's 28 days after after it started. So I was like, oh, great. So if they come out with an innocent charge, it's going to be 28 days later. Really?
Bob Brofist, dude, he says just got banned on Precious Child for asking him to marry me. That's Precious Child. Oh no.
All right, I'm going.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, I hope you'll join us here tomorrow. Right? Well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you want to see more from us or our thoughts on these topics and more, you can check out our podcast. Link in the description. We are gone for sure this time. Much love. Hey, all glory, honor, and praise be to God and to his son, Jesus. And I just want to say thank you so much to him. And thank you so much to you guys for, being here. You guys and him make this possible.
Monograph is live if you want to go check somebody else out. They're really cool.
Yeah, and check out and see if Bob is, what was it? Burt Gummer.
Burt Gummer.
Burt Gummer. Yeah, check out and see if Burt Gummer's live, man. Hey, much love to you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Brofist, you guys be safe. Well, I saw Bob in the chat. Bob Costa's here. I'm sorry, man. We're rolling out. I'm going to go and handle some stuff. And we'll see you guys. Good night, guys. Much love, bro.